We all grew up playing with toys, like plushies, Sesame Street, or even an easy bake oven. You probably had at least one of the toys that I just listed, which some of those toys have been banned, like Elmo sending you death threats, and even getting part of your finger amputated because your finger got stuck in an easy bake oven. Today, I'll be talking about disturbing kid toys that got banned. What's up guys, welcome back to another video, and holy shit, 4.5 thousand subscribers. That is insane because in my last video I was saying that hopefully we hit 2.5 thousand, but no, we hit 4.5 thousand instead, which it's insane. And thank you to all of you guys, of course, and thank you to Tov for giving me a shout out on his YouTube story, which honestly, dude, that is insane. And what is life right now? Because I don't know. And of course, congratulations to Tov for hitting 1 million subscribers. Yeah, guys, I officially know somebody that has 1 million subscribers on YouTube, which it is insane because I've known Tov since he was at 5,000 subscribers, and we're almost at 5,000 subscribers ourselves. But you know, Tov has already hit 1 million, but hey, we're slowly getting there, hopefully. But don't forget to check me out on Instagram at Morbid for fun, and on TikTok, even though I don't know if I'm going to be active on TikTok, but I'll probably just repost my videos over there. So yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with TikTok because YouTube is the main priority. But other than that, let's get straight into this video. Easy bake oven amputation. I'm pretty sure we all know what easy bake ovens are. They're working miniature ovens for kids. In 2007, 1 million units of easy bake ovens were recalled because many kids would get their hands stuck in the oven, and 77 reports of these products claim that kids' hands would get burned. 16 were reported for second and third degree burns, and even a 5-year-old girl had to get part of her finger amputated due to her hand being burned. And the ovens were recalled 2 times in 2007, but over the years, Easy Bake would change up the design on the oven so kids' hands won't get stuck anymore. And not gonna lie, when I was a kid, I had a feeling they were kinda dangerous because when I was young, I was taught that ovens are dangerous for kids. And the fact that easy bake ovens are like miniature sized ovens for like little kids, I had a feeling that they could be dangerous. Sure, it's not like real fire, but like it's electricity heat that you plug into the wall. So I had a feeling it would have been dangerous, but I did not expect somebody's finger to be amputated. Like, that is pretty dark and disturbing. TY Monstaz. TY Monstaz are these plushies that came out in 2011. When you press on them, they'll just speak gibberish. That's pretty much it. So why were they banned? It's because parents couldn't understand the gibberish. Bruh. Even though they were banned in 2014, many TikTokers would talk about this again in 2021, and they found subliminal messages such as punch the baby, he's hurting me, he's going to eat me, and turn off the TV and watch the baby.
Every one of these little cute things says exactly the same thing. Sounds like gibberish, but if you listen closely, they all have a hidden message.
Personally, I do hear the turn off the TV part, but that's pretty much it. But I do believe the toy is just speaking gibberish and people are just making up words in their head while listening to the audio, and because of that, they hear those words in the gibberish, which this could be a part of the power of suggestion, where you hear gibberish and think of a specific sentence and you hear that sentence in the gibberish. And let me play you some examples because the power of suggestion, dude, it's like one of my favorite things because some examples are hilarious. Creepy, right? Distorted gibberish, and you couldn't even figure out what the audio was saying. But let me play you this other audio clip.
The juice of lemons makes fine punch.
Okay, so think of that sentence because I'm going to be playing the original audio that I originally showed you guys. Crazy, huh? So let me play you 2 more examples, but this time from popular songs, and think of these lyrics. Cause I'm a paper chaser. I'm gonna be playing the same lyric again, but instead of the lyrics, think of the words. Cause I'm a big fucking slut.
'Cause I'm a big bucket slut.
Okay, so this next one, and this will be the last audio illusion, but this next one is my favorite. Think of the lyrics, they come unstuck.
They come unstuck.
Now think of the word, the car man stuck.
They come unstuck.
I will be playing the audio one more time, but think of the words, the cum monster.
They come unstuck.
Man, I love audio illusions. So in this case of the toy, I believe people tried so hard to come up with words while listening to the toy's gibberish, which caused people to hear those words coming out of the toy's mouth. But that's just my theory, and who knows, maybe subliminal messages were put in the toy's audio on purpose, or maybe the power of suggestion had something involved to do with the toy's gibberish. Who knows, but the power of suggestion, dude, is just peak comedy. Elmo, Who Wants to Die? In 2005, Potty Time with Elmo was published, and the book is fine. There is nothing wrong with the regular version of the book, because there is a defected version of the book that says, which of course it's bad because Elmo is for kids under 4 and they're being death threatened by Elmo. So why does Elmo say that? Well, the publisher released this statement saying that the track was recorded as "Uh-oh, who has to go?" and due to compression of the digital audio file, some customers hear a different phrase. Which it is believable to me, and when you do listen to the defected book audio one more time and look at the original script, you could hear it, so I guess this is another example of the power of suggestion. But in this case, you do hear "who wants to die" more clearly than "uh-oh, who has to go?" because I can barely hear that phrase when I listen to the defected book audio version. Elmo death threats. In 2008, Elmo fan James got the new Elmo Knows Your Name toy, where the toy is able to say your name, phrases, and could also sing songs. Over the next few days, James' mom would hear the doll saying, "Kill James."
Kill James? Kill James?
Which is disturbing, seeing a childhood icon saying that, which isn't something that Elmo would normally say. Worst part is that James would be repeating that phrase, so his mom had to hide the toy, but James would cry and try climbing on stuff in order to reach the toy. The mom called the maker of the toy and they told the family to try to reset the toy or change the batteries, but that didn't work. And the toy would only say, "Kill James." But to make it up for the family, the company told them that they will replace the toy. Snack Time Cabbage Patch Kids. In 1998, Emmy got her Snack Time Cabbage Patch Kids toy, which eats plastic food such as a french fry and celery. The food comes out through the other end from the toy's backpack, but the little girl put her hair too close to the doll's mouth, which led the doll to take a bite of her.
Was that the bite of 87?
No, Mark, it was the bite of 1998. The doll would keep biting her hair and not letting go, which led the doll to eat all the way up to her scalp. The father had to cut the doll and unscrew it in order to take the doll apart.
The face was so tight against the top of her head, pushed down like this, there was no way I could cut the hair.
If you pulled on the doll, it only grabbed more, and it was pulling her hair away from her scalp.
Where was it on your hair?
Right here.
And the doll has taken a bite from 10 other kids in that same year. CSI Fingerprint Examination Kit. In 2007, a new toy from the CSI crime show was made where kids can find fingerprints using the powder that was included in the kit. Well, in the powder, it contained asbestos, which can cause many lung diseases and cancer later down the future. Worst part is that the instructions will encourage you to blow off the powder after you're finished using it, which will spread the powder into the air and it'll become a breathing hazard. The toy was later recalled, but when the toy was released, it was released a few days before Christmas, making the toy being sold more to the public. What the fuck Minion? In 2015, McDonald's made a few Minion toys for the brand new Minions movie. People say that the toy says, "What the fuck?" And I do hear it in a way, but I don't think that was McDonald's intentions at all, considering Minions only speak gibberish. And it just happens to sound like, "What the fuck?" And just like with other McDonald's toys, these have been discontinued. And some people who have heard the toy claim that they don't even hear the Minion cussing at all.
Doesn't sound like anything to me. Doesn't sound like anything to me. I don't understand it.
What do you think? Did McDonald's purposely make the Minion toy sound like he's cussing? Or is it just a coincidence? And by the way, in 2015, I remember one of my neighbors actually had the toy, and I don't know how old I was back then. I am 18 now, and 2015. I remember actually holding the toy. It wasn't mine, it was my friend's, who lives like right next door to me, and we were cracking up, dude. It's hilarious, and yeah, I do understand from a parent's perspective, they don't want their kids to play with a Minion toy that is cussing, but back then, dude, for me at least, it was hilarious. Little Mommy Doll. In 2008, there was a doll who would coo and babble and just make baby sounds. But one thing you won't expect a toy to say, especially a kid's toy in the shape of a baby, saying, Islam is the light. This isn't a religious toy, and many parents say that this should be pulled off the shelves. Fisher-Price responded by saying that the power of suggestion is involved and people hear what they want to hear from the doll, which it is something that I did talk about earlier in this video. That could be true because while news stations were interviewing people, they did say that the doll was saying Mommy's delight.
What do you think she's saying there? Mommy like?
I have no clue.
She said it's Mommy's delight. Is that what she said? That's what it sounds like.
Which personally, I do hear the delight part, but I don't hear Mommy at all. The toy company did not remove it from the shelves, but instead are going to delete that piece of audio from the file for the next Little Mommy dolls that are in production. What do you guys hear? Mommy's delight or Islam is delight? Because personally, I only hear the delight part from Mommy's delight. I don't hear Mommy at all, but by listening to the audio a few times, I can mostly hear Islam is delight, not Mommy's delight. But what do you guys think? Hannah Montana card game. In 2007, there was a card game based on the Hannah Montana show, which turned out that the card was lethal and deadly. Yup, these cards can kill you. It can kill you because these cards are filled with lead, and it has 75 times more lead than industry standards. Also, it isn't just the card games filled with lead, because it's been tested that so many other Hannah Montana toys and products had more lead than industry standards. But it turns out that the card game has the most lead. And while researching this, I read through so many articles and watched so many videos on this, but only one article said this, so take this with a grain of salt, but allegedly, these cards were not banned, even though they have extremely high levels of lead, which could be very deadly. And that's because they found a loophole through the system because the lead wasn't in the paint, but instead the lead was in the vinyl of the card, which made some type of loophole that they could sell the product even though it had high level lead, which doesn't really make sense to me. And by the way, I only read that through one article out of the many I read, so this could be fake, but in case if it's real, I'm gonna just tell you guys this, but take that with a grain of salt. Evil Stick. In 2014, Nicole Allen went to the dollar store to buy something for her daughter, which was this Evil Stick. It's just some fairy wand and should be appropriate. Not gonna lie, when I first looked at the logo from the toy, I thought it said Fairy Stick because of the insane font used, but if you look closely, it actually says evil. The wand makes this disturbing stock sound, which the packaging claims it's fairies singing. And also, the wand lights up, and in the mirror, you can see a creepy demon person. You can't really see it too well, but the mom removed the foil, and it's a photo of a vampire girl cutting herself. Of course, customers would get mad, but the owner of the store is such a dumbass, bruh, because he said this.
The name on it, it says Evil Stick. So from the name, I would, if I'm buying it for my kid, and I have a lot of kids, and I have young ones, I would inspect it before I even give it to them.
Clap it up, clap it up. Father of the year since 2014. Then he said that the Evil Stick is okay for kids from ages 3 and up, even though it has that disturbing image.
For a 5, 6, 7, 10 years old, I mean, they see that on TV every day.
Clap it up one more time for the greatest father since 2014. His parenting skills are through the roof, and if you're a parent watching this video, what are you doing? Go show your 5-year-old some gore. And by the way, I know it's kind of obvious, but I'm joking. I have to say it's a joke, or else in 2 years top, I'll get canceled for saying that. But I'm obviously making fun of the father who does not know how to parent at all. Also, the owner said that he won't remove it from the shelves until a customer complains about it. Bruh, literal news stations and people around the world are giving you complaints. How stupid do you need to be, bruh? Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. So where did this image come from? This was made by a famous horror photographer named Ludwig. Not that Ludwig, this Ludwig. Ludwig did not make the Evil Stick toy. In fact, a factory from China just stole his image and slightly altered the eyes. And because the store was a dollar store, they typically get away with these type of stuff since they do sell low quality items, but the store should still be held accountable because, dude, the owner is such an idiot. And that is the end of disturbing kid toys that got banned. And yeah, the store owner is such an idiot, dude. Man, I swear, like many adults, dude, even though they're adults, they should know everything, but the fact that a younger person like me is smarter than them is just hilarious. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. It really does mean a lot to me. And of course, the crazy amount of support, man. Dude, like 4.5 thousand subscribers, dude. I know we're still far away from 100,000. To do that collab was tough, but it's gonna happen, dude. I don't know when, I don't know how, but it's gonna happen one day and I can't wait for it. So thank you guys so much. Don't forget to check me out on Instagram and TikTok at Morbid for fun. But other than that, I'll see you guys in my next video. See you guys.